Welcome to Moonlight Madness, and today we're doing the readings for the sign of water, sun, moon and rising. And we've got, this is the April reading, and we've also got the books that will, the actual decks I'm using today is the Faery Tarot cards by Doreen and Radleigh Valentine, the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette-Baron-Reid, and the Fairy Oracle by Cavendish. It says here, falling in love, being swept off your feet, romantic, captivating and dramatic and flirtatious. It's good when sometimes you come up in your own reading. So you're the water sign. You could be a younger water sign. So the prince can be older but acts like a prince. They are emotional, moody, loving, affectionate, extremely emotional and very sensitive. So tread wisely when it comes to your Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces people. They feel things. They sense things. They don't necessarily have to know. You don't have to tell them anything. They'll just feel it on a different level, on the 5D rather than the 3D. So you may be sick or you're not well, and they may be able to pick it up in your voice or just in how you are, just in how your moods are changeable. If you're angry all the time, that's usually fear-based. So they will pick up on the subtleties. They are a lover of art and beauty, a trusted keeper of secrets. They come across younger, they're refined, they're artistic, they're introspective and dreamy, possibly a melodramatic type. They have a wandering eye, but their heart is fragile, so handle with care. Now the Six of Wands is the smart choices that bring rewards, success and achievement. Victory Parade, Ticketet Parade for some, a success or receiving of rewards or scholarships, and being in the public eye. So it could be an offer from someone very successful around you. Not a time to be shy or humble, even if you are a shy person. It says be visible and vocal about your beliefs. Let your unique talents shine through. You are a role model. Show others what is possible. There's wonderful news on its way. It could be a promotion, a new job, or a new career offer. Princess of Wands, the past energy. Doing something that expands your horizon. This is a very expansive energy. They are bright, bubbly, outgoing. They like to sing, dance, paint, draw. They like to do it all. But they have so much energy that sometimes it's scattered and not fixed on one thing. So in the past, you may have been a little bit scattered with your energy, trying to do 1,000 things at once and not getting anywhere. So what you need to do now that you're older is maintain focus and hold that focus on a project, place or person is what I'm getting. So instead of the cup being half full, this person is the cup runneth over. Enthusiastic. They are childlike, exuberance for life. Then you've got here that says that they will have you smiling and eager volunteer. Anyone will be lucky to have them on their team. It can be tough to keep focused because they're easily distracted, so they need to follow several interests before completing a set task. In the past, you will have the Nine of Swords. This is a really upsetting card. This is like the nightmare card. She's woken from a very deep sleep. And there's the Doves. She can be peaceful, but she chooses to focus on one thing and one thing alone. So focusing that energy on all her fears is what will drive her around the twist. It's also the sign of hospitalisation. Maybe in the past you were hospitalised, or you had a time where you weren't coping with life and your nightmares and your dream world were taking over your physical world. So maybe at the moment you've had an awakening, so that you're getting all these impressions from the ether. In the past you had all these impressions from the ether that overtook your ability to stay in the 3D, in the now. So it's saying here, try and find a way to shut all that off and all that negativity and all those nightmares by getting enough food, enough water, enough rest and enough sleep, or you could end up being very unwell. At the moment you've got the Eight of Swords. This card is to do with fear. See, she's on the ice block and she could just jump over to the pond, or the other side, but instead she chooses just to sit on there and she's petrified to go along. It says that you're thinking you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. You may feel like you don't have all the skills to be something or do something like everyone else. But it's just fear. It's not actually founded on truth. So it's saying that you need to maybe try and focus on what you can do and your strengths. I mean, your lack of confidence comes from somewhere in your past, and maybe it was a fear that you would never amount to anything, whereas in fact you have everything going for you. Maybe you were told that you were stupid or you weren't good enough, and that will play a role in how you approach jobs and employers as well as partners. You don't think you're good enough, but you actually are. You're actually at the top of your game, and people are looking to you for direction. So you could be the first of a succession of people as something that you've started and you've succeeded in, and now you're an old hand at it, is what it's saying. It says here you have to take your power back. Not believing in yourself. You have what it takes to move out of any situation you don't like with resolve and determination. Tell yourself you will have the life you want. Believe in yourself. Change requires commitment, and that means making a choice to actively improve matters. If you find it difficult to focus, ask God, the angels and the fairies to send you signs to help create a plan. Take responsibility for your life. It says take back your power, take back your life. King of Autumn is to do with someone around you in your future. You've got two people. You have a mature one and you have a younger earth sign. So your younger earth sign is protective, chivalrous, humorous, and they're cautious but wise, and he's just floating on that little leaf down the road. He's not going too fast. He just wants to take his time. Maybe he's slow in approaching you because he wants to check, to be cautious, to be safe, because maybe he's been bitten in the past or she's been bitten in the past. So because of that, they're moving slowly towards you, but they are in your future. They're just making sure you're the right person because they've been led to heartbreak in the past, is what it's saying here. They are a generous person, they're a compassionate employer, a natural business sense, an odd bird. They have the Midas touch in entrepreneurial endeavours, and unlike so many in the business world, it affected his heart and turned his own heart to gold. They got the Midas touch. Now they are out to save the earth, can manage hundreds of people at once and still be washing up. They charm people, they're a lover of animals, they love the finer things in life, and they tend to work very hard, possibly too hard. And that Alsatian is what he's guarding, his money, his assets. So it's saying to be careful with how you spend your money. This person doesn't like to spend their money, they like to look after their nest egg, and that's what it's saying for you to do in the future. You'll have built up a business in the future, and you'll be more like the earth sign and be watching your money and not spending it like it's water. You'll be very careful with it, is what I see. And you'll be attracted to someone who's very solid. Both of these individuals are Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. Then you've got the renewal card. This is to review the past, the present, and you're looking at the past and you're looking at the future and you're trying to figure out how to get from A to B. So it says take note, plan a bright future, an important milestone, seeing things in a whole new light, a call to fulfill your destiny. Take note of what you have learned in life so far. Where do you want to go next? A time to truly reinvent yourself and build a future you want. And visualise your happiness, possible future, and start taking appropriate steps. Then you've got the Chariot, Sagittarius energy. Your success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments. Self-control, victory, celebrating your success, work-related travel. Many priorities, you are still balancing great work so far. You may be called to be a driving force at this time. So stay centered, stay strong, very determined, remain steadfast in your sense of purpose. You can accomplish far more than you realize and draw attention to yourself, or your work will feel very awkward. But it is absolutely essential to be genuine, optimistic in your interactions with people and public eye. Stay strong and determined is what it's saying there. And then you've got Chariot around you. And it's saying here that see how he's steering the dragonflies? That's him steering between the negative and the positive moods that he has. He has to be careful not to fall into deep depression. Ace of Cups is to do with love, new love, or a new phase in your love life, the beginning of a new intimate relationship, or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. This is to do with a new place or emotional intimacy with a new partner. You must first open up your heart to love, believing in yourself and your worthiness to be loved. Allow love to flow through to you freely. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. There we go. That says in 1 calendar year from today, so from April, in 1 calendar year, near Easter, a lucky phase is coming. Possibly some of you will buy a new car. You will win the lotto. You'll suddenly be propelled forward. You'll have to seek out answers to unanswered questions with speed and optimism. Surround yourself with positive people who can cheer you up and applaud your success. There we go. So that's a good reading for water signs. One of the best ones I've had for them for a long time. Some of you may be very emotional. And sometimes these emotions are so strong, whether it be fear, anger, sadness, that it can affect your whole system. So if you're really sad or if you're really scared, you should talk about it more to a counsellor so that it doesn't build up, and all these fears or insecurities don't build up this imaginary thing within your body where your body starts to break down because it's unwell, because your mind is so active and focused on the negative rather than the positive. So try and take a mental health retreat. A spa day would be really helpful. You water signs need to take a couple of days off away from family and away from pressures of work or job so that you can focus on going within, and so that you can take a mental retreat. So that way, have a massage, have someone give you a massage, something to chill you out with something with water. Water therapy is really good. When you're upset, I find if I just lay in water, or if I even think about water, that really instantly calms me down. So anything where you're in fluid or flotation, like a flotation tank, they have them I think in Mayfield in New South Wales. I think they have them all over the world. It's a flotation centre, and you just float in a water with all this beautiful music around you, like therapeutic music, like Chopin or, Chopin Nocturnal or something like that, like ballet music I call it. So you need something like Tchaikovsky and something sort of operatic that'll help calm the nerves or calm the thoughts that are created out of nothing. It's just a thought. It's not actually happening. It hasn't happened yet. It's just a fear. Try not to focus on the fears because it's an illusion. She can step right over to that iceberg, but she chooses not to because she's letting her fears get the better of her. So you need to not let the fear get the better of you. Co-creation. This is an unusual card. It shows, you can see that, it's a cheetah and an owl. So what that means, what that basically shows you is that a cheetah and an owl can still be friends. And what will come out of that is the egg, the creation. So you may have an air sign that's around you, and you could be a fire sign, and both of you create magic together. Or you may have family that's one's a fire, one's an air, and they create beautiful things together. It's co-creation. Sometimes you need two people to see something the other person doesn't see. So I had a boss that used to say, now look at this with fresh eyes. Fresh eyes is what you have to look at it with. Because if you look at something all day, every day, you don't tend to notice if something goes missing. Or it's, something's wrong. But if you get someone that comes in and hasn't seen your display, then they can see something that you don't, because they're not there every day and they don't become oblivious to it. Loyal heart. There's someone around you with a very loyal heart. That's a lovely card to get. One of my favourites. And so the co-creation is the 40 card in the Wisdom of the Oracle. Creativity, art, inspiration, fruition and manifestation. You may not consider yourself a creative people, but in fact you're creating your reality every moment and every day by your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your intentions and actions. Like attracts like, law of attraction. You must consider that you do in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality, blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view life as art and know you co-create it, only beauty and grace will result. Prepare to be amazed. Connections of the heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to new ideas that you would never have come to on your own. You are looking in a mirror, held up in an unexpected, or seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You're going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. You'll get inspiration now. You are at your most creative, and whatever you apply yourself to will lead to the fruition of your dreams. Remember that all your ideas are channeled from a higher source. You recreate your reality in partnership with spirit. The potential for manifestation is unlimited. Revel in its vastness. And then you've got here 35. Fidelity, loyalty, devotion. Evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you, and you will commit fully to them. In turn, will commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that spirit is always loyal to you, no matter the other circumstances in your life. Trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always divinely protected and divinely directed. Your partnerships, friendships, and romantic relationships all have many qualities in common. Honest devotion, faithfulness, and a loyal heart are being shown to you. Are you as loyal in return? Now is the time for heartfelt commitments and trusting in divine protection. Your long-time loyalty to your goals is becoming evident in the world of conditions where your aspirations for success assume form in reality. Success is finally taking shape if you are loyal to your dreams, faithful to your plans while remaining flexible and devoted to serving others. You will be shown proof of your true prosperity. This is a time for a joyful celebration of spirit, your manifesting partner. And then you've got the next deck, which is the Faery Oracle, The Wild Wisdom of the Faery Oracle by Lucy Cavendish, and artwork by Fenech. Selina Fenech. And the artwork is absolutely stunning. I think it's beautiful. Some of you may need to drink more water. I'm getting specifically. I'm channeling more water. Keeper of Secrets. There we go. That's what you got for the other one. That's very much who you are. You are a keeper of people's secrets. The Scorpios tend to be very hidden. They don't like to show off their deepest, darkest concerns. They never tell you their stories. They keep them hidden. They hide from people, places and things that they don't trust, or they don't feel safe around. They will hide from those people, places or things. And if you tell them something, they won't repeat it. That is something that you can rest assured it will be kept close to their chest. They never ever reveal their true self to anyone unless they can fully trust them, not to have it given or shown to someone else. Oh, this is a good card to get. Some of you may have a dragon's pet. You may have communication between species, animals, pets, and magical companions. Guardianship. You may be looking after someone's pet. Maybe someone's pet needs to be looked after for a while they go on holidays. And then I've got the final one, Carry Me Home. It's a beautiful card. I like this picture. It's 37. Use your discernment, confide in a trusted friend. Keep silent about knowledge. This is a time to use discernment and stay quiet. If you must speak, speak only to a trusted friend. We've observed humans and their increasing hurry and fret, their inability to wait for the right moment to speak and not keep silent when a change is coming. And this is where I come in. The key will not be given till you are ready, and you will only be ready when you have learned the lessons. To know, to dare, to will, and to keep silent. Keeping silent is not the keeping of secrets as you would often understand it to be, withholding to shore up power within one's soul. Oh no, the silence is to give the magic this time to grow, the space to mature, and at the right moment, the key is given. When you have sought not the approval of others, your magics will with words that time comes for us to grant you the key. For then we know you are to be trusted, and our trust is a great gift indeed. Powerful, magical, deep, and everlasting. So use your discernment, tune in, and decide wisely with whom and where and when you will share this knowledge. This is our life force. This is our very life force itself. You're learning to treat something carefully with wisdom, deciding who to share your own experiences, thoughts with, and an important step in knowledge. But when you squander your own precious thoughts upon those you know who cannot understand, you are allowing your own precious magic to be diminished and diluted. You are learning who to trust with deeper, more sacred moments in your life and your magics, and who to stay quiet with. Learning the value of hard-won crafting as opposed to the fiery genius of initial ideas, and enjoying the process of the in-between times without talking too much of them. Observing the 90-10 rule. Do 90%, speak 10. This way your dreams and magics will live and breathe in life indeed. Be steady and quietly strong in the course of your love, rather than impulsive, wasting your magic. Much of the magic is made by turning up and crafting something simply by doing the work. It's hard to convince people of that. It doesn't make the magic any less for it. Interesting. Dragon's Pet, 42. Communication between species, animals, pets, magical companions, and guardianship. You have a watchdog energy around you. A pet, animal, or plant ally is relaying information to you. Please tune in and listen to what is being shared with you. You will know when energy is changing around the borders of what is called your home or land. It's time to take positive and perfect action. A dog may bark at a person or being it does not trust, for example. A plant may wither after a certain being has visited. All of these are very strong messages from your companions and allies that the fairies communicate with them all the time. If you wish to connect with the Fae, your companions are one of the first sources you may turn to deepen and strengthen that connection, for they already have it and are already sharing those messages with you. Boundaries, receptivity, messengers from the animal or magical world are flying between you and the Fae. I keep getting birds. I don't know what that's about, but something to do with air. So, air signs, if you are not coping at the moment, I'm getting lots of air energy. I've already done the air signs for this month. Maybe I have to start doing weekly card readings or daily cards for air, water, fire and earth. So that's when I know when to read. Because I had so much water the other day with the rain, I decided to do water. Then I'll do earth. This is called Carry Me Home, Support, Time to be Carried, Allow Others to Help. That's a good card. That's like a family card. 27. Support, time to be carried, allow others to help. See those beautiful beings? Can you feel the loving trust that lies peaceably between them? See how she leans on him without shame or feeling weak, without self-criticism and embarrassment. The bliss on her face and the relaxation flowing through her. And see how strong he is, how he loves her, and how he welcomes this time when he can carry her a little further on their paths. He welcomes this. There is no resentment, no pain, and nothing to owe for the gift being given at this time. Now is the time for you to follow or allow another to carry you for a time, to give you support on your way home. It's to take this time to lift you up and move you further along your path, because there are times in our lives when we are tired, but we are still happy, and even happier still if someone can let us rest and carry us forward. In that happy yet exhausted place where we have done good work and fulfilled our commitments to ourselves and to others, you can finally allow yourself to accept the support of someone who truly wants to lean on them. When we truly learn to surrender to what is, support in many forms will come. And that is what is happening for you now. Just as this beautiful fairy man is carrying home this blissfully exhausted fairy woman, who is locked in a romantic embrace with him, it is time for you to surrender and allow someone else to partner you through what is taking place, because not only is there support, there is giving and allowing this to take place. Allow someone to give you their strength, their support, their energy and their courage at this time. Allow yourself to feel the bliss of trust, fall into the dance of receiving and giving, because when you allow support to be given to you in this way, you open yourself to even deeper love, eroticism and gifts between man and woman, and because this is the sacred dance. There is no weakness in it, only beauty, exchange and surrender. Yeah, sometimes you don't always have to be the one who carries everyone else. You need to learn giving and receiving to be carried and to be supported. It's a really nice card. So there's a deep union coming up with you and another pet, and you and another person that has a pet, is what I'm seeing here. So you're a water sign. You've got 2 earth signs coming in, and both of them have pets, and both of them are suitable, are potential partners, is what I'm getting. And that's all I have for water signs.